Final note: a different way of being. A story about autism, empathy, and seeing the world through Pluto's eyes. Pluto doesn't need to be fixed. He needs to be understood. Most people see autism as a challenge, a difficulty, a difference that needs correcting. But when you look through Pluto's eyes, you discover something else entirely. A universe made of patterns, lights, stars, silence, and meaning. Pluto sees stars where others see empty space. He hears calm where others hear noise. He feels deeply, even if the world doesn't always see it. His story isn't only about autism. It is about humanity, diversity, and the quiet power of understanding what autism really means. Autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is often described in terms of what children cannot do. But when we focus only on struggles, we miss the brilliance. For Pluto, autism means noticing tiny details that others overlook. It means loving space so fiercely that planets become old, familiar friends. It means routines feel like safety. Movement feels like joy. Friendship, language, and play follow their own rhythm, his rhythm. Today, the world talks more about autism, but awareness is not acceptance, and acceptance is still not appreciation. Pluto doesn't need to be reshaped. He needs a world that celebrates him as he is. Because when we stop forcing children into boxes and start shaping our environments around them, classrooms, playgrounds, homes, communities, we unlock their full potential. The importance of empathy. Empathy is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is quiet, patient, steady. For Pluto, empathy looks like a teacher who does not demand eye contact but truly listens to his words. A mother who cuts itchy tags and finds the softest shirt in the store. A friend who flaps their hands beside him, not because they flap too, but because they understand his joy. A whole classroom letting a quiet boy explain planets with stars glowing in his eyes. Empathy waits, it listens, and slowly, it learns. Neurodiversity, a strength. The neurodiversity movement teaches us a simple, powerful truth. Human brains come in many shapes, and that is what makes humanity strong. Autism is not a glitch. It is not an error. It is a natural form of human variation. Pluto's mind travels along hidden pathways, little starlit shortcuts that make perfect sense to him. He may communicate differently, he may play differently, but he dreams, loves, grows, and hopes just like every other child. And when we treat autistic children with dignity, with tools instead of shame, with patience instead of pressure, we help them grow into confident, capable adults who know they belong. The power of understanding. For many autistic children, the hardest part is not their brain. It is how others respond to it. Children like Pluto get labeled rude, difficult, weird. But these labels wound the spirit. They create silence where there should be trust. Understanding begins with listening to autistic voices, to stories like Pluto's, to experiences that open our hearts. Books like this one are stepping stones, moments of clarity, windows into a different kind of mind. Understanding leads to kindness, and kindness changes everything, building a better world. For Pluto, imagine an inclusive world, a classroom with quiet corners, visual schedules on the wall, friends who wait for him to finish his thoughts, a workplace that values his passion and focus, families who celebrate every small victory with big, wide love, a world that says, you are welcome here exactly as you are. You belong. We see your light. Because children like Pluto grow up, and what they need is not perfection, but a path forward. A path where their ideas, energy, and thinking are valued. Every child shines in their own light. In the night sky, no two stars shine the same. Some pulse gently, some flare brightly, some are almost invisible, yet radiate immense energy. Pluto is one of those stars. And just like the celestial Pluto, once called a planet, later reclassified, he reminds us definitions change. Worth does not. Every child deserves to be seen as they truly are, not as society expects them to be. Every child deserves adults who take time to know their heart. Every child deserves love, learning, laughter, in their own way. A message to caregivers and teachers. If you are listening to this as a parent, teacher, therapist, or someone who loves an autistic child, thank you. Thank you for choosing patience over frustration, for advocating instead of ignoring, for loving without trying to change. Your presence matters more than you know. On the hard days, remember Pluto. Remember his quiet joy, his deep knowledge, his hands that flap with wonder. Remember that even if he does not say it, he feels your love. You are part of the orbit. You don't need to be a scientist to understand Pluto. You just need an open heart. Let's keep reading stories like his. Let's keep writing new ones. Let's keep building a world where eye contact is not demanded, where stimming is not punished, where silence is not misunderstood, and where joy is allowed to look different. Let's build a galaxy of understanding. One child, one story, one kind choice at a time. Because Pluto does not need to change to shine. The world just needs to turn its telescope toward him.